All right. So, my dear fellow listeners and viewers, in this video, I will give you some tips whether or not it is okay to negotiate salary in your first job interview. So, the bottom line is, it is not the best thing to do in a first interview. Keep in mind, when you apply for a job, it is not uncommon for you to do more than one interviews, right? Sometimes you may have to do up to three, in some cases up to five. So generally speaking, when you do your first interview, it is more of a they do a lot of checks, meaning that they will check to make sure that you have like an overall understanding of what the role is all about. You basically have the qualification and the experience that they're looking for, and so on. Basically, the employer is feeling you out, right? So that's usually the purpose of the first interview. However, when an employer invites you for a second interview, it means that they mean business. It means that they have seen something in you. It means that they have seen value in you, right? So when you go for a second interview, or if you have an opportunity to go for a second interview, you want to continuously absolutely prepared. But that's when you can actually try to negotiate or at least have a conversation when it comes to salary expectation. It is not uncommon, by the way, for an employer to ask you how much are you expecting, right? So you want to make sure that you be realistic, right? So let's say your average role pays $100,000 a year. You want to make sure that you stay within that range. You do not want to go too low, because if you go really low, basically you are devaluing what you are worth, right? And so you want to make sure that you go really, really close. So that way you're sending a strong message to the employer, right? That you know what, you know your stuff, you know what you're worth, and also you want to be honest and fair with them too, right? Because let's say they cannot pay you $100,000, they can only pay you $60,000. You want to make sure you have that conversation, because if you're not interested at that point, obviously you want to make sure other people take that opportunity, because some people would mind start at a lower rate and things of that kind. But to get to the point here, discussing and negotiating salary in a first interview is not a good thing, right? Because you want to go in there to show that you are going in to offer and allow the company to grow. So it's not about you, really, right? When you go for an interview, the employer, they do not want to hear that. They're more interested to know what you can do for them, what you can do for the company, on all of these types of things. So I hope that you find this video fruitful. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. My name is Narine Dat Sookram, wishing you a great today and even better tomorrow. I'll talk to you soon.